Each hoop of your tub will consist of 2 half rounds that will be connected by a coupler nut and lug. Your lug package will include one of each piece as well as 2 nuts and washers for each hoop. The beginning of this tutorial shows the first hoop being assembled before the tub bottom is put together. This will make it easy for this first hoop to be installed from the bottom of the tub to the lowest position of the tub once the staves are in place. Your coupler nut will belong to each end of the half rounds that have the shortest amount of thread. Install this piece by screwing the coupler nut all the way on one hoop half thread. Once that is in place, take the other short threaded end of the other hoop half and touch them together so that you can spin the coupler nut in the opposite direction to join both hoop halves together. Measure both sides of the exposed thread on each end of the coupler nut and adjust it so that they may be centered between the threads. The longer threads of the hoop halves will go through the lugs. One of these ends will be inserted into the narrow end of the lug and exit out the wider end. The same will be used for the other hoop half end going through the other side of the lug in the opposite direction. The lug should be secured to these hoop half ends with the pair of nuts and washers provided. Using the lube that is included with your lug pack, begin applying it to the threads inside and beyond the lugs. This will make tightening the hoops easier during the rounding process. Nails are shown being used to make it easier to hold the hoop in place when being installed. This helps for one-person installations, but is also helpful for two-person operations when aligning the hoop to the chalk lines provided on the staves. Each chalk line is drawn to mark where each hoop should be placed on the tub. Ensure that the coupler nut is spun so that the flat side of the piece meets one surface of the stave. Your lug should span across the joint between 2 staves and should be as close to the midpoint of either half-moon shaped bottom board. A drawing is supplied in the manual. When tightening the nuts, do so equally with the wrench provided. You may reference how even the tightness is on the hoop halves by the amount of thread exposed on both sides of the lug.